so just back at the kitchen table, messing about, just playing some guitar. Before we go through like a demo, so I'm just gonna try and write the song basically today, or at least part of it, and just see how it sounds. Sort of show you the process of how I go from an idea to potentially a full song at the end of it. This is the guitar that I play in my living room and at home and stuff. It's Ibanez. Really cool just to mess about with. The idea was very much based around that sort of like Phrygian dominant scale, as usual. But yeah, fairly simple. And it sounds really cool on this actually, but it's not in the same tuning and I don't have strings thick enough to drop it all the way down to B, so I'm just going to track it heavy and then I can add the layers in later if I need to. So usually I would start a demo is with drums, just so I have something like a bit nicer to play to. So sort of got this idea, if I plug my lead in that'd be good. How do I think the song's going to start? So I reckon maybe single string picking lick thing, maybe just some like chords behind it. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, so at the minute, got my Logic file, I've penciled in a little MIDI bar. I'm just running Gojira. But yeah, I've set my tempo, so I'm looking at around 140, and at the minute I'm in 3/4. Yeah, you get it. I usually, by the way, as well, you're probably gonna hate this, but like, I just put everything at 127. So I'll find two cymbals and a kick, that'll work. Copy and paste. Then we'll just have that 1, 2, 3. And then I guess we can just copy and paste that. So Command R, that's not right. That needs moving to that. And then from there I'll probably play the guitar in. Yeah, singing's a little bit slow, so I'm just gonna up the tempo, maybe 5. I usually just go up in blocks of 5 and then tweak it ever so slightly from there, but generally I just stay within the 5s. That felt a lot better. So at the minute I'll just keep it like that and then I guess we'll fill in the chords like for the other side. Maybe that'd be cool. Yeah, so maybe we match that. Because at the minute the lead line sort of goes. So you sort of just want to hold that 5. And then get the octave, so one guitar will be. And then depending on like how you want it to sound, you get the inverted power chords. That'd be cool as well because the drums can match that. That'd be sick. Okay, sick. The cogs are ticking. What I usually do as well is like create this, which is like sort of my lead line, or maybe what I'd play. This maybe what Con might play. I might double those up eventually. And then this one is just sort of like down the center, is where I just record the ideas and then I can just drag them up. I'm just going to record the whole thing again because I just like doing full takes rather than piecing it together. A good tip is like not get too bogged down on the take. Obviously it's just a demo at the minute. I'm trying to like get through the song. And then I'll go back through it if there's anything that's like unbelievably shocking. The point in the demo is that I'll write it and then show the rest of the lads. And if it sounds a bit shit, then the point hasn't come across properly, do you know what I mean? Sounds pretty sick. What I'm going to do now is just copy Command R on Logic anyway, and that just repeats the whole section. So instead of having to do it again, I guess. Now I kind of want some like build up. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, make them. Right, so I've got this, and then I'm just going to copy and paste those bits that I had before, because I still want those cymbal hits. So I'm going to hit that, open this window up, make it a bit smaller. Yeah, so put your toms in, so I'm just going to go for like a rack tom and a floor tom, and then kick, I guess, on each beat rather than eighth notes, because then you're going 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and so I'm just going to have the kicks on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and yeah. So let's quickly just put those in and then flam them slightly. They're a bit too far away for my liking. There we go, and then I'll generally do a little bit of a rise on it, so like with the velocities, and then I can just copy and paste that into the next bit, and then that will need to be another bar, so extend that bar, so I've got, and then we'll make sort of like a I gotta work out what this bit is. Needs to be triplets. Yep, and then I can copy and paste that. Now I've got the drums, I'm just going to record the guitar chords building, I suppose. Not really sure how I'm going to play, to be fair, but I guess we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Guess that kind of works. Maybe we get a low harmony on that, that'd be cool. That could be sick, actually. Let's do that. Is that right? Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it works. And then I feel like it could just like go into this sort of like kind of like super laid back straight away, but then I'm kind of not sure also. I could pretty much just copy and paste the guitars from the first bit and change the drums. So I guess let's try that. Add a new block. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. I need like. There we go. Stick. Copy and paste that fill from earlier. I can tweak it a little bit. I'm going to move these down because that's similar to the loud. Could always have China. And then I guess I'll just copy and paste that. And again, I guess, so just for now, and then we can see how it goes. Kind of unsure about this idea right now, but let's have a go. Copy and paste these. I'll just do that. And then I wanted to go into like something fast. So I've got this riff already that's I like had earlier. Just drag that in. I need to chop the beginning off it. Let's just see if that sounds mental or not. Sounds pretty sick, to be fair. I really like that idea. I can't fucking play it now. Oh, that sounds cool. Let's have a go at that. Needs to be faster. 210. Whoa, that's going to be quick. Obligatory cymbal choking. Back. Give myself 2 bars. That's going to be impossible. What you can do, if you've got a big tempo ramp like I have here, and like sort of no leading, sometimes I like to ramp the tempo, but sometimes it's a bit more effective if you just have the jump. Especially on this, it's going to be big circle pit moment, but in triplets. So I'll just record it to the click track so that I've got the run up of the right tempo. Not like that. Noise gate's going up a bit for this one. I feel like that's not even fast enough, but let's see how it sounds. Sounds pretty quick, I suppose. The transition's not great. You know what I'm going to do? Flex time this guitar track. It wants to be on polyphonic. Put a little thing in the tempo ramp there, and then maybe if I boost this up 10 on the transition, it might help. Oh yeah, sorted. Right, so I just need to play the riff a bit better now. I also wanted it to be like... Don't like the sound of that. Do like that. I swear I heard a cool noise then, I don't know what it was. That could be cool. Right, this is where it gets a bit mad. So we've got the riff. I like that. For some reason, it's quite hard to play. Some might say that I should probably try and like economy pick or whatever they call it. But this is a demo, so I don't care. Pretty melodic. I could always split it up instead of the chord. But that one's going to sound mental because it's a semitone. And that's pretty sick. So now we've sort of like created the riff, but maybe I will track the riff first then, because that would make kind of more sense, and then at least I can put the stabs and the drums to it. So although I said I always start with the drums, this is an exception because I just wing it every time. That'll do just for now for sort of demo purposes. I feel like another hit on that one would be good. Just the classic hands, hands, feet, feet. Just do the trick. Couple of cymbals, batter. I want snare on the offbeat. Yeah, because I like it when it. Yeah, that's sick. It's coming together. It's like a tom bill. So like, I always try and think about how like a drummer would play it, because I play drums myself, it's kind of easier to envision what's going to happen. So like generally, if you play right-handed drums, which I do even though I play left-handed guitar, your right hand is kind of like just the metronome. In this case, it'd be the toms, so I'm just going to keep the floor tom riding that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you can put the other elements around it. Just gonna map out the thrash beat. So it sounds kind of mental at the minute, but it is what it is. And then yeah, we can start tracking the other guitar. So I guess there'll be some like a stab and then some other bits, but that sounded pretty cool. Build. That could sound cool, I guess. No. Is that right? That's it. I think that sounds kind of cool. So let's get into it then. I'll just copy and paste the first line and then retrack the second bit. So could be cool lower. Maybe just a chord and then second half of the riff. I always have to do this because when we've got a riff sort of like this that's going to change every time, you sort of got that like, is it a motif? I don't know. Someone can tell me. I guess that's like the repeating thing, like the riff or the motif. I've said this before in other interviews and stuff like that. A, B, A, C, A, D, A part. The B. And then it goes back. And then back again. And then there's like a E, I guess. It's like the loop round, like the tail. When I like record the riff, I've got this whole thing, but then when I come to like doing the other side and I want to add harmonies or like, for instance, that bit. I'm not sure if that actually sounds good with both guitars or whether it's worth having a harmony. For now, I've put a chord as, which is like a fifth, which sounds kind of cool, a bit more like thrashy. And then obviously it changes again. Probably keep those the same and then use what I had before. Just to get a bit of like a lower register in there. That's pretty cool for now. Yo, so back from a quick lunch break. Took the little baby out with Jade. Before I went out, I actually made some slight changes to the track and I sort of like added a little bit. So I added that halftime bit where I'm pretty much just playing chugs. I like still have the tail end of the riff because I just copy and pasted it. But yes, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. I might just leave it for now. Sounded kind of sick. That's the only problem. I have to like work out how it's going to link up because the riff changes. Maybe I'll do that. So I was just listening back to the sort of like rhythm guitar, and it comes on in that like slow ride bit at the beginning. Just seems a bit like misc, I guess. Something like that could be kind of sick. Does that sound cool or no? Don't know. I feel like it might be better if it just was a bit more defined rather than like all the individual notes. I feel like that was cool. That'd be cool on the second time. Decided to put a little harmony on like the third time of the riff. So I'll just chop it out. Oh, look who's here. Let's listen to some riffs. He's into it. So, sort of at the end of this section, and this is quite often where I get to, I'll have like the intro bit and then like the next riff. And then after that, it can be really hard to like work out what you want to do or where you want the song to go, because it can pretty much go anywhere. This one's even more challenging just because it's in like a 3/4 or whatever, which I don't usually write in, so it's kind of cool because it brings new ideas out. Get rid of this mug, replace this with my water. Jade got me this customized Yeti camouflage water bottle the other day, which is absolutely sick. It's not a paid ad, but get at me. Stay hydrated. Right. So we're sort of at this point, we've got like a verse, I guess, and it's sort of like ramping up to something. I feel like it wants to pick up a bit. Extend this drum part. Just map out a little beat. Really know what I'm going to play on this. Kind of something a bit bouncy, I guess. Maybe sort of like just pretty chuggy like that, I guess. Because what will be cool is if I drop it into 4. Can't remember what that's called. There's like a musical term for it. I guess it's kind of like a polyrhythm or a cross rhythm. The music would stay the same, but the time signature would change. So I've got a slight idea on this like pickup bit. Sort of like a 2-step, I guess, and then hopefully we'll drop it into the 4s, but we'll see how that works out. Just thinking something chuggy. Kind of not into that. Sometimes it sounds cool, but then it's done quite a lot at the minute, so puts in a bit of a box for me, which is not great, but sometimes it's worth doing, other times it just sounds a bit shite. Sounded kind of cool, so double it up. And then I feel like it doesn't even need to go on for very long, you can just drop into the 4s. So that's definitely in 4, so change the time signature. So if we go up here, change the time signature to 4, insert new time signature, drag that out. can like keep this general vibe on the drums, but obviously the placement of some stuff will change. Maybe we'll do China. I think it flows kind of nice, to be fair. So we'll just have to lay down some general chugs, mess the rhythm up. Don't know, because it's like, do you make it too tech? The trials and tribulations of writing metal. You know what I need? Some Veil of Maya like inspiration, where you just like pick a random sequence of numbers and then sort of like put them in an order and just see what happens. If you do that like on the kick drum and then just put the cymbals in 4 over the top, it kind of works. You know what? Maybe we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But you just gotta work out what the gaps are. I feel like that's kind of sick. So, a bit of a dilemma. Basically, I'm trying to get back into that first bit, which is obviously in 3s. The breakdown I've just started is in 4. Trying to get some sort of like is what I'm thinking. So here I have the they are mixture of quarter notes, triplets. So I've got just bring it down slightly, and then hopefully that'll just ramp it slightly better. Feel like that was tight enough, I guess. Does it work? Actually does. Thank God for that. Sick. Don't know what's going next though. Yo, so this is about as far as I got with the video. I had to fly out to America to start a tour. As I said, it's not finished or anything, but you get the idea of how I go about writing demos and recording them and stuff like that. So enjoy. You get to watch me and Silas listening back to it in the kitchen. So yeah, sick. Cheers.